So you're looking to buy land ridiculously cheap so you could go ahead and flip it for profits? In this video, I'm going to walk you through a strategy that absolutely does work. I'm going to give you the step-by-step on that. But just know, before we get into that, there's countless ways to go ahead and buy land really cheap. And if you're really serious about making a business model out of this, we have our course, How to Buy Land Really Cheap. That's for sale now. Discounted price this week, only $49. Today is the last day. So tomorrow it jumps to $149. So if this is something that you think would be a fit for you, go ahead and take advantage of the discounted price on this. I got tons of strategies about assessing values, how to go ahead and make lowball offers, how to go ahead and find these ridiculously cheap land deals, and then how to purchase them, multiple ways to take them down, different funding sources, things like that. So like I said, if this is something that would be an interest to you to go ahead and buy properties ridiculously cheap so you could go ahead and flip them for profits, check the links directly below in the description. Like I said, today it's $49. Tomorrow it jumps to $149 as today is the last day of this. But let me give you a strategy that actually does work right now so you could go ahead and determine if this business model is going to be a fit for you. So anytime you're testing the land investment market, you want to go ahead and know the values of the area. So for this video, I want to go ahead and say we're targeting Lee County, Florida. So this is places like Fort Myers, Lehigh Acres, places like that. Back in 2006, 7, 8, this was booming. And then everything crashed. You could get them ridiculously cheap. But if we are looking to jump into this marketplace right now, since Florida once again is incredibly hot, first we're going to go to Zillow and we're going to type in Lee County, Florida. We're going to always search land deals on there because that's what we do on this channel. We're not messing with houses. So we're looking at land only. So we put that in our search there when we filter everything out. Next, we're going to go from $0 to $10,000 and see what pops up. Now, prior to me recording this, I did this and only 6 deals showed up, which is good. I extended it to 15,000 and a larger portfolio of properties popped up. This gave me something to work with here. So from 0 to 15,000, there was a lot of properties that were ranging $9,500 all the way up to $15,000, and these were quarter acre lots. So this is what the retail market is saying these things are going for. Me, I always like to play things safe and know that I have multiple exit strategies when I buy. So I'm not focused on $15,000 as the exit. I'm saying everybody's getting $10,000 plus 10,000 is a nice easy number to work with for this video. So next, I know quarter acre lots in Lee County, Florida are selling for sure at the $10,000 mark. So next, I'm going to go ahead and reach out to a company called offerstowners.com. There it is right there. Go to offerstowners.com and we're going to do a full service mail merge. First, you want to open an account on there. It's free to open an account. Then we're going to order a full service mail merge. That's what I typically do on all my deals. And I got to say, I'm not affiliated with this company in any way, shape, or form. I'm just, they work, so that's why I'm sharing it. So anyway, we open up a free account. We order a full service mail merge. They have a minimum order of 500 mailers. It costs 99 cents per mail. So at the very bare minimum, we're spending $500. I'm going to recommend, if you can afford to do so, at least start with 1,000 mailers. This is going to give us some data we can work with. I will reach out to them. I'll submit a payment for 1,000 mailers. So my formula is we are targeting out-of-state owners, people that own property in the state of Florida and Lee County in this particular case, but they live out of state. They live in Texas, California, Alabama, whatever. They do not live in the state of Florida. We also want to eliminate all LLCs. I don't want to deal with investors. I want to deal with like the individual owner. Not to say that's not an investor, but when it's in an LLC or a corporation, something like that, they could potentially be a more sophisticated investor and be holding out for the long term, whereas a private owner or small-time investor may be willing to come off it for that fast cash. So we want out-of-state owners. We want to eliminate all LLCs. Next, we are going to throw a lowball offer. Now, we are targeting our exit price on these properties to be $10,000, okay? Because if they're going for 10 to 15, I want to play it safe. I'm going to say everything's selling for 10. We're going to send out offers of $2,000 per property in this scenario. We're going to send out 1,000 mailers. We're playing the odds on this deal. So we're going to send out 1,000 offers of $2,000 a pop to property owners that live out of state that own property in Lee County, Florida. Now, a couple things. One, we are waiting for the data to come back to us. This is going to tell us what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. Not to say we may not get a deal out of this, but we want to hear all the responses. So 1,000 mailers go out. You're waiting. 1 to 2 weeks goes by and bam, all the responses start coming in. You are going to get a whole lot of FU voicemails. And I show you how to protect yourself from all that hate mail that's going to come back your way within the How to Get Land Really, Really Cheap course. But you're going to get a bunch of those responses. You do want to pay attention to what they say in that, because some people are incredibly angry and say, I would never sell my property, period. Other people are going to say, I would never sell my property for that price. Now, although they're completely angry and upset and they left you a horrible voicemail, set that one aside. Just because they're not selling at that price doesn't mean they won't sell for $2,500 to $3,000. So we're going to set that aside, let them cool down, and we're going to follow up with those in about 6 weeks. But in the meantime, we're waiting for a yes or just responses, collecting data. Now, typically in my experience, I'm pretty good at pricing these out to get them to convert. So in theory, you should get at least 3 deals out of this right off the bat. Now you take down 3 deals at $2,000 a pop, and after your mail cost and closing cost, because we're going to use a title company, go full title on it, let's just say we're all in per property at $3,500 a pop on something we could sell for $10,000. Now with this, there's multiple exit strategies, but to keep things simple, you have a decent amount of meat on the bone. You could give it to a real estate agent, say list all these for $9,997 a pop. The agent's going to go ahead and take 10% or $1,000, and then $500 for the closing. So $1,500 off of that. There's going to be $8,500 net to you, minus the, let's say, $3,500 you were all in on the front end to buy each property. That's a $5,000 profit per property in this scenario. So that's how we do it here. So once again, just quick crash course on this. Determine an area. Go to Zillow first, see what the retail market value for that area is on land deals. When we get the retail market value, we're going to send offers of about 20% of that. At least that's what I'm going to do. So if they're selling for $10,000 safely, we're going to make offers of $2,000. We're going to send out 1,000 mailers. Now, even if we don't get a conversion, we need to at least get data back. If everybody's screaming saying there's not a chance I would ever sell for that, cool. That lets us know we're in a hot market and we may have to raise our price a little bit to get a conversion. We may have to send out another 1,000 at $3,000 to $3,500 offer price and then see what we can work with from there. But we need to get those mail orders out to go ahead and determine what we could actually convert these on. Once they convert, we can keep it easy peasy. We don't even have to get slick with anything. We can hand it over to a real estate agent, a hardcore agent in the area that's going to go ahead and get those conversions for us. Go ahead, have the title company do the closing, wire us our funds, everybody's happy, and then we take that money, we put it back into more mail, and we keep the cycle going. But that is the formula for buying land really, really cheap in any market. It doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. Right now we're in a hot market, you could still get these deals. In a cold market, you'll get the deals that much better, and we could discuss exit strategies that'll be profitable in those markets as well, that many people aren't doing, and taking advantage of the situation with it being a cold market. Whole nother video for that though. But if you have any questions, you could go ahead and drop those down below. Be sure to take advantage of the course if you're interested in buying land really, really cheap. Like I said, through today, it is on sale. Tomorrow, there's $100 getting added to it. All those details can be found in the description. Text me any questions at 440-567-6040. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.